fuck, where'd I put my laptop? Where did my laptop go? I just had it in my lap. Where the fuck did I put it? I'm retarded.
I'm just doing it through the PlayStation broadcast for simplicity.
Gotcha.
I don't like the PlayStation's built-in capture card now that I have my own capture card, but the streaming is actually really nice.
It has its ups and downs.
Like, I don't like the fact that because if I stream through my computer, like, I have complete control over the stream right there on my screen, but with the PlayStation I have to look onto my laptop or on my phone. But it is very nice that it's a good enough quality for streaming, you know what I mean? Because you don't need, 4K 60 FPS streaming.
Understandable.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying, actually, trying to set a stream up for 4K, because you can only do a bit rate of 5,000 on YouTube and Twitch, so no matter what, it looks like it's at 480p.
Yeah, that is the only issue. Well, at one point I had enough internet to stream a consistent 720, but I mean, it's still not amazing.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Still such a nice sound.
Actually, let me go on to my laptop here. Have I made you a moderator yet at all?
I don't know. I don't believe so.
Let me open up Studio. I have not. I haven't made anybody a moderator.
I think I made you, Brant, and Caden one. I immediately took Brant's away because his dumbass abused his fucking power.
Let me...
I don't know if Caden still has his. I don't know. I know I've had to ban Caden from a couple of my streams because he wants to say some dumb shit in the chat.
Yeah, he just wants to drop the knee gears.
Yeah. It's not fun. Still can't get over that sound. I'm gonna nerd over this for a minute. It's such a nice sound. Like, I'm only gonna use metal dice now. Every other dice set I have is merely collection purposes. Like, I have this fat ass dice bag now, and I have like 8 or 9 sets of resin dice, but I can't get over this. I can't get over the metal dice. I mean, they're expensive as fuck. Like, they're $35–40 for a set of metal, but ugh, they're so good. They're so good. Really good. I love them a lot.
You should be a moderator now. On my... I don't know why I just bothered, because this is probably the last stream I'm doing on this channel.
It's for sentimental purposes.
Yeah. I mean, all I do is a moderator on the new channel.
POG channel.
Alrighty.
Oof.
Let's
That
see.
was good.
Should we do I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect 1, actually, because the save file corrupted, so I have to replay the first 2 games, basically, so I can get the save file for 3. The carryover. So should I do 1 or 2?
Do 2. 2 is pretty good.
Do 2?
Yeah.
Alright. It'll actually be nice to see how they changed up, like, Omega and stuff.
Would be nice to see. Oh shit, come here.
What's really
anxious.
nice, because I have it on PC now, and the PC version of Mass Effect 1, like the regular version, is glitched, so the DLC just doesn't work on Steam. So it's going to be really nice to finally have a save file with the DLC.
Definitely.
Because fuck Origin.
Yeah. It's been hard for me to stream lately. Like, I just haven't had the will to play games.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we've been playing games like it's our job, but, like, not making any money from it, so it kind of ruins motivation to want to keep playing them. see. What are our options here? Motion blur off.
You know, fuck that.
I'll keep the film grain on because the film grain's actually nice in this game.
Okay, I need to go get my puppy his pills real quick, so I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Wait, where's subtitles? Something gameplay? Yeah. Gonna wait for him to come back before we jump into the game. Where did I set my electronic device at? There it is. Okay. Okay, so they left these the same. That's good to know. What's in calibration? Oh, it's brightness. I'm actually gonna pop that up a couple.
Okay, I'm back. Ew.
Welcome back. Alrighty. You ready for this, you son of a bitch?
I guess I am.
You know, I've been playing as female Shep. Let's go male Shep.
I'd say. I mean, Fem Shep's not bad, but...
Fem Shep's the best Shep, especially if you go Renegade, because she, like, actually has voice direction to add, like, sassiness and snark. Whereas male Shep, he's just kind of always the, I'm very hungry.
The Reapers.
He always sounds like the text-to-speech guy, the I'm very hungry.
I'm super anxious about this move.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be nice once you get down there.
It is, but... Ugh. I've got to work out some shit, because I've got to save up money to get this place. I have a bunch of plans for what I want to do when I actually get in there, too. Like, I want to get an actual tabletop and shit, so when we do D&D, it's like...
You can actually sit at a table and
in front
shit.
of people.
Yeah.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
Still, it's not enough.
I got the new Four Loko, the Lemonade one. Well, it's new to me, at least. It is not very good.
Oh, hey, what's up? Dude who joined the stream, didn't see you there. How you doing?
The Reapers are still out there.
So,
Hoyo.
this is joined. We have a third viewer.
Might be Noah, or Lightning. I just sent him the link.
Even after everything
Could have
humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
I love how Miranda's always the first pick love interest, too.
Yeah, I usually go with Liara.
Liara's pretty nice. Oh my god, it's...
I know some people, like, fucking stuck out with Tally through all 3 games, and all they get is a fucking photo at the end. And it's this horrible Photoshop of a supermodel to look like Tally. And it's horror. Like, you can tell that it's not really like an art they made.
That's
Like,
terrible.
it's hilarious. Some people fucking romance Garrus too, which I don't get. I don't think any of the Turians look that good.
Disengaging the field routes. Emission sinks active.
I'm kind of a xenophobe when it comes to aliens, so it's kind of hard
Oh,
for me
so
to
you're more of
romance
an Ashley fan?
Well, Liara is the only exception, though, because she, like,
Searching up and down this
super
sector, and
nice.
We haven't found any sign of geth
Yeah.
activity.
Well, Ashley, like, when you're romancing Ashley and then you start romancing Liara and give up on Ashley, they get into a fight and Ashley's like, "Do you want me to ask her about her sex life?" Like, he's all pissed off and shit.
Imagining known signals.
It's hilarious.
Cruiser is changing.
And then if you choose Liara, like, Ashley just, like, refuses to talk to you pretty much for the rest of the game. Unless it's mandatory.
Evasive maneuvers.
No, Presley, that character I never talked to.
Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
So they announced Mass Effect 4. I guess it's technically 5, but they announced the actual
Andromeda
continuation to 3.
Andromeda does not fucking count. No, fuck Andromeda.
Actually, I started 3, and I turned it off and started playing Andromeda to wash the taste out of my mouth. 3 plays fine, like, it plays fine as a game, but there's a lot of that game that I'm starting to realize is really bad that Andromeda actually fixed.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate.
I just realized it skipped Genesis. Or is that after this? It might be
Pretty sure
after
that's
this.
after.
I need you to get the crew onto the
Because the Genesis DLC is like the comic book where you get to choose your choices on like what game or what choices you made.
Go. Now.
Aye, aye. Everybody in.
N7, baby.
Ooh, you know, I wonder if they fixed the gay romance thing, because all 3 games actually had completely fleshed out same-sex romances for male shep and fem shep, but they just never put it into the game.
Maybe.
So I wonder if they actually patched that in, because you can patch it in on PC, obviously, but
Right. I gotta fucking love PC. How they can just do anything.
yeah.
I love how they completely, like, fixed Skyrim to make it an actually decent game. Did you see that? They released a whole patch that reinstated a whole bunch of cut content and then fixed a whole bunch of fucking bugs.
The unofficial patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, the PC version of that patch? Oh my fucking lord.
Yeah, because it's not restricted like it is on console.
Yeah,
Like, the
I don't know
unofficial
why
patch
they did
exists
that.
on console.
I really, like, Xbox doesn't have those restrictions, though, which is the shitty part. It's just Sony.
Well, I mean, I think part of that is Sony's censorship board. Here's what's fucked up. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game for this fucking rant, okay? Devil May Cry 5, alright? Devil May Cry 5, okay?
Oh, boy.
Has a scene where Lady's ass is showing, right?
Right.
And then an update came out a week after launch and put a fucking lens flare over it. Only on PlayStation.
Amazing.
The lens flare didn't exist on the fucking Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
And then they patched it
Again.
out, but now, like, her ass is blurred. Instead
again,
of having a lens flare.
Fucking Nintendo started letting them put uncensored hentai games on the Switch.
Well, it's
so, I
like
mean,
Nintendo also has Bayonetta, which is female Devil May Cry, Which, it's a really
That's not
fun
true.
game. It's more than female Devil May Cry, I'm just saying that for gameplay comparisons.
Bayonetta was... it's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, it's a really fun series. I really recommend it to anybody watching who hasn't
I
played
used
it.
to watch my mom play the game when I was a kid. My mom loved Bayonetta.
Oh, really?
My dad was Final Fantasy. My dad was Final Fantasy. My mom was Bayonetta. They loved those fucking games.
Yeah.
My dad played every Final Fantasy, every single one of them. Before the last one he played was 13, and he stopped playing them.
My dad was Mortal Kombat and Grand Theft Auto, and my mom was Super Mario Bros. On Super Nintendo.
Ooh.
And you could not have gotten any farther. If she wasn't playing Mario Brothers, it was Tetris, and that was it.
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Now she plays fucking Yahtzee on her phone all day when she's not at work.
Nice. Shit, man. My free time nowadays has been dedicated to brainstorming Dungeons and Dragons shit.
Hell yeah.
Come on,
I've
Joe.
been...
Dude,
Shit, man.
Get out of here.
Our campaign right now is getting really fucking good. Like, I don't know, I've been working really hard to make shit better. I've been getting better at storytelling. I've been looking at guides and shit to be a better dungeon master. I feel like I'm doing a damn good job, so... I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
yeah. Dude, Mass Effect 4 needs to have Joker in it.
Does it?
Oh yeah. Because the teaser has the Yara, but it's like, I need Seth Green in my life.
I still think that's awesome.
Dude, you should have been able to romance Joker, dude. That would have been the best romance option.
Yeah, bro.
It's like you go to fuck him and you break every bone in his body because of his disease, where like the slightest tap will fracture his wrist.
Mother's texting me. God damn it. I go to open up my goddamn messenger, and then I click on the message to respond to it, and then it just crashes. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
phone?
I started using Messenger on my laptop because my phone just refuses to charge.
My phone has been really fucking slow all of a sudden.
I need a
I
new
need to
phone.
restart it.
I'm gonna get like a fucking cheap LG or Nokia phone for my next phone, because I'm not spending $1,000 on a piece of shit that doesn't even have a headphone jack.
Bro, I've spent $100 on mine, and I've had it for a little over a year now.
Yeah, I mean, my phone was $800 and I'm still paying it off.
Is it an Apple phone?
It's a Google Pixel.
Fucking why? You literally can just get like at Walmart and shit. Like there's those $100 smartphones that are really high quality.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
So don't ever do that.
I'm probably
again.
gonna get a Nokia one because the Nokia ones are practically
The
indestructible
Google phones are
still.
almost as bad as the Apple phones.
They are as bad. No, the only thing about the Google phone that's nice is that I'm gonna grab one of these fucking Bud Lights. The only thing about the Google phone that's nice is that you can actually do stuff to it that you can't do on an Apple because it's Android. And that's it. That's the only thing about it I'll give credit. Alrighty. Aha, here we are. Mass Effect Genesis.
Did I get one of Genesis? You
Why
fucking
do they
dumber.
always say that before a mission?
What would you like?
You haven't done anything yet.
I'm looking for Genesis.
Everything that's
Genesis!
the choices you make, the paths you choose.
I just realized nobody's gonna get that reference but me, but it was worth it.
A routine mission.
It still sounds fucking hilarious.
It's from Star Trek V.
We were testing out the Normandy.
They're fucking sitting in a bar. He's talking to a Klingon information broker, and he's like, I'm looking for Genesis. Genesis!
Whatever it was massive. I
Uh,
grabbed my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal,
Good lord.
by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the
Oh,
lone
pardon me a moment,
survivor
I'll grab a
of
drink.
patrol,
go ahead.
General Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined.
I love how this background doesn't even mention Jenkins.
Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain. Anderson
I'm gonna start skipping through this.
Eden Prime massacre, but even Adina's, they needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another tool. That led me to Rex. The fugitive turned out Tally's evidence proved that Saren was trying to find these Reapers were blamed. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers. My first task, Anderson decided to stay Liara. A Prothean, and like most Asari, Liara was able to help me. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to be a mission.
Okay. Here's the first choice, Landon.
Oh shit.
Ash, Liara, or do I say fuck romance in the first game? And romance someone in this one.
Shit, that's a good question.
Because you can't romance Ash or Liara in this one if you choose to not romance. Like, you can't have romance with them because they aren't in this one. So. I mean, this is just going to be the stream playthrough. Like, this isn't going to be my official playthrough, so it's not that big of a deal. But,
right. I feel like the Chad move would say the mission comes first.
Yeah.
But
should I do the Chad move and go for Miranda?
the Chad move. Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Go for Miranda and do the sex
Suppose
scene with
before
Jack.
Finding Sarah.
Yes.
Thankfully,
Absolutely. Just the whole bait and switch.
Well, if you do the sex scene with Jack, because it's optional, and you can't actually romance Jack, you can do the sex scene with Jack and still romance Miranda.
That's fucking dumb.
They weren't happy.
I love it.
I tried to reason with Vanessa. I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni.
Alright, I'm gonna kill the Rachni Queen.
She claimed her drones, but I couldn't take the chance. With Saren's top lieutenant dead.
It's weird because you think that decision is actually going to have like a big impact, but all it is just it leads to a boss fight in the third game, and that's it. It has no story implications. I'm gonna save Rex because Rex is awesome.
When we finally got to the center of the base, he was already in community. Spoke to me, but there was no time to think about it. Before we could detonate, it was sovereign. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran.
Alright, I'm saving Ashley because fuck Carthodacity. I mean Caden.
But it wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. And I chose that was the last time Saren would slip away from me.
That's a sneak peek of one of the jokes I have in the video. Because the guy that voices Carthodacity in Knights of the Old Republic is the voice of Caden.
Never tell anyone, but how many more friends when we arrived on Hilo?
Fair enough, fair enough.
The Reapers had come. The Protheans and Saren knew. We followed him to the Citadel, but Saren was done. As I fought to regain control, the Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension. They were requesting assistance.
Yeah, I'll save the Council.
The Council had, even with the Citadel back in my, it took the combined the cost, while humanity's efforts in both great leaders in their own right. I didn't much like.
I'm gonna give Udina ambassadorship because no matter what, Anderson quits, so it doesn't matter if you give it to Anderson or not.
War was over. The Citadel, I gathered my crew.
It was just a routine mission. This game and Deus Ex Human Revolution came out within like a year of each other, and they both have this opening where they're rebuilding the main protagonist and like bringing them back to life, basically. And that's just so weird to me that these two games with fairly similar vibes do that. at the same time.
So what, did he get obliterated on re-entry?
Yeah, dude, you can actually see him starting to burn up in the atmosphere as he's going down. There's a bit of dialogue in, I think it's in the third game, where Ashley's like, they rebuilt you from some ashes and dust. Like,
Yeah.
like if they can do that, they can do literally
badass.
anything.
It's almost as cool as Doom Guy shooting a hole into Mars.
Yeah. Or Doom Guy literally killing every demon in hell twice over.
You know, there was a theory saying that Doom Guy never truly kills, like, every single demon. It's like, the demons, like, die and get, like, essentially, like, regenerated to fight him again as torment. So, Doom Guy is just their hell. Their hell in hell. I think that's the most hilarious fucking theory ever.
Did you see what I named my shepherd?
Is that the Lazarus Project?
No, that's not the name of... No.
Let's say, like, what the fuck? Is that the name? I can't
I
see it.
named him Shepherd.
Shepherd. Mr. Shepherd, no, please, call me Shepherd.
My father was Shepherd. Call me
Oh, please.
Shepherd.
Mr. Shepherd's my father. Just call me Shepherd. I love it. Sheep herd shepherd.
It's good to know that the face creation is still just as butt ugly as it ever was.
God, that's disgusting. Holy.
It's really bad with male Shep.
No, that neck needs to be thick.
Make it super thick. I can make it super thick.
Make that neck look like a fucking tree trunk. Like one of those, like, beefed
I'm just gonna turn all the sliders to the right.
Every slider needs to be to the right. I wanted this guy to be fucking horrific. They jacked that shit up. All of it.
Oh my god, the side profile. Oh, it looks like he's a fucking Solarian.
The way he looks over to the right. Make him look to the right real quick. Make him look to the right. Like, that's the way he looks over there. Like, it's like the Pog chip without the mouth open. What the fuck? Do like a there we go, right there. That's where it looks like it. Just look at the eyes. He looks like he's staring at someone like, what the fuck did you just say?
It's like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking rip your entrails out with my Omni tool.
This fucking guy. His eyes are, he looks like if he bent over too far, his eyes would fall out.
It gets better, it gets better.
Oh my god. The fuck.
Oh my god, his hair's purple.
Oh fuck me.
He's got a faux hawk and his hair is purple. Because I'm literally just turning every slider to the right.
Yeah, that looks about right. Please call me Shepherd.
Dude, I'm going full renegade from here on out. Full renegade. No Paragon options.
You can't with that Chad look.
We're going soldier. Let's go Earthborn, so he grew up in a gang.
What gang did he come from? That's the part that I'm fucking concerned with.
You find out, like, if you choose Earthborn, you get a side mission in the first game, and it's your old leader from the gang, And the gang has turned into a an anti-alien like terrorist group.
Oh god.
And like you can talk to him, and he'll be like, "I'll leak all the information about you being in our gang," and you can be like, "That's already public information." And he's like, "Well, I'm sure they don't know what we're really like." And I was like, "I torture Solarians for the fun of it." Like these super racist dudes.
That's incredible. I like that.
I think I'll go
Nice attention
Soul
to-
Survivor, so I have a reason to be a dick to people.
Yep.
Oh man, if you've never played these before, Landon, it's a good time to play.
Shepherd on the wall.
Who is the ugliest of them all?
Oh my fuck. Like, if you saw that face after it got rebuilt, you'd just fucking kill it again. Like, you wouldn't even...
I would look in a mirror and be like, what happened to my face?
I'm like, man, we just wasted, like, I don't know, like $30 million on all this medical
Ladies and
technology.
gentlemen, we got him.
I already regret reviving you.
Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts.
Oh man.
It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Like how it's the antithesis of what I did in Saints Row, where I turned all the sliders to the left.
Jesus. You gotta love that too, the sci-fi fucking skin-tight latex suits that just show every crevice.
Yeah. Those gotta be uncomfortable.
Jesus. Bazongas.
Big hole badonkadonks.
So how do you get fucking worked up
Jesus,
like that, dude?
Miranda,
Seriously, that's
Donkey Kong is gonna play the fucking Congo drums on your ass.
You look like what Thanos would look like if he got turned into a man. Like, what the fuck?
I am inevitable.
No, I was half tempted to see it whenever he put his head up to his face. It was just the Infinity Gauntlet. Ugh. Like, seriously, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, this game adds ammo when the first game door just shut on me. The first game had unlimited ammo, but your gun would overheat, and this game added in thermal clips so that the overheating doesn't happen, but it's just ammo. And then the third game, at the beginning, Anderson is like, "Pick up that ammo." Like, wait, is it ammo or is it a thermal clip?
Jesus. I love that. I love that when games just can't keep a singular continuity.
Yeah.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Do I have any abilities? Okay, I have Disruptor ammo and Adrenaline Rush. Oh, here we go. Grenade launcher time.
Oh no, Alex.
What?
I'm not sure you're aware, but your special character became the thumbnail for your stream.
Hell
It
yeah,
changed
dude.
from the main menu to him, so it's just him standing there and just says Lazarus Project.
We could rebuild him, but he's gonna be butt ugly.
Fucking hell. Jesus, fuck me, man. Phew. That is hilarious. Shit.
Oh man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Why would you just stand there? You see this giant mech and you just stand there.
Jesus fuck.
doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
They will change.
Look, pal, I don't know where I am or how I got here.
Alright, Shepard, now that we're behind this 3-inch thick glass pane, we should be protected from all the rounds coming at us.
Yeah, I forgot this is all.
Should be fine.
Sorry about that.
Absolutely.
I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for.
I just realized, by going full renegade in this game, that means everybody dies at the end.
Things must be worse
Yeet.
than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
So anyway, while we're on the, well, I would say we're on the topic, I had a cool idea, within the next session or two, to have the party fight dinosaurs, and I want you to know, I want your opinion.
Okay.
So, like,
On fighting dinosaurs?
like we're like in the campaign, right? So I have this thing set up where the there's this island discovered about 50 miles off the coast that hasn't been explored yet, and they're looking for like people they want to hire to explore it and document all that they find there. So like among the shit they're gonna find there, it's like there's a still dinosaurs living on the island, and there is a Yanti temple,
They've seen us.
which I thought was going to be pretty cool. Like there was going to be this whole thing with the Yanti referring to some of the dinosaurs as elderkin, like they were like predecessors to them, like because the whole interpretation of dinosaurs was that they were just gigantic lizards before it was discovered they were birds.
Wilson, where are you?
So I thought it was going to be funny. I have a whole bunch of interactions coming up. Like one of the interactions is called the Rex Nest, where the party has to face 2 Tyrannosauruses.
Okay.
There's like a mother and a father in a nest, and then there's ones where they face raptors, Deinonychus. They run into a couple of brontosauruses, which they don't have to fight them, but if they did, they'd probably fucking die, because I don't know how terrifying you think brontosaurus are in Dungeons and Dragons, but holy fuck. They will fuck you up. Like, they have a trample attack that's 3D.
It'd be like trying to fight a fucking boar in real life with nothing but a combat knife.
Right. I don't know if you know this, but Brontosaurus do 3d12 bludgeoning damage on trample. Like,
Yeah, fuck that.
no. That fucking hurts. But yeah, I want them to, I wanted them to experience this pretty cool thing. I mean, I've had the project in the works for a while, just trying to find an implement to fit it in, but I did expand the map. I know you're not, I don't think you're in the Discord anymore, are you?
I think I am. I'm just not. I just haven't been active.
It says you're not, but regardless,
Trust me.
oh nice, Eric updated his character. That's pretty cool, I like that a lot.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass.
But yeah, I expanded the map quite a bit.
Program that rebuilt you. It's funded.
You told me you were with the Alliance.
I didn't. The Alliance declared. Once we're at the station, I'll take you to the.
You must have
all
something.
gotta come from the boss, Shepard.
And yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun experimenting with new stuff and like just trying to get better at storytelling.
I mean, like,
'cause
that's half the fun of D&D is experimenting and like really learning what you like to do and changing things up every now and then to keep things fresh. So I like the fact that you're bringing in fucking dinosaurs and shit and really changing up the way the campaign feels. And
another thing, there's a bit of a time skip because something really cool happened that I did with Eric's character Jace. Because there was a good portion of time. I think you remember where Eric was like, "I really wish I'd rather pick Incursion rather than Jace to be in this campaign." And I thought to myself, like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And then I started like brainstorming ways to get his character to flip. So instead of just straight up killing his character and making a new one, what I did was, I believe you were there for it, but he had like this weird, like, vision trip for a moment, and he saw visions of Incursion and like these weird dreams, and like he saw visions of his home being burned down and whatnot. The fucked up part that I had some really like fucked up shit happen for his character development. He went to the Paladin's camp, and when he looked up at the horizon, he saw like smokestacks coming in the same direction of where his hometown is. And so him and the party went to go investigate, and the the guy that his character had fought alongside for a few years, Will
Oop.
Goblins,
Field is clear.
Strahd had made into one of his acolytes, so he was like a vampire warrior. He had like this black metal plate armor and whatnot, and they had this huge battle.
Come on.
And the cool part is Jace got the killing blow.
Miranda.
So he took Will's body back to its burial area, which is like a 2-week travel by foot. And he buried him, and as he did, this like
Come on. My
this
boss-
coppery liquid started to pour from
Also, we're
the
getting everything out in the open.
I've had enough of
Or
this.
two.
the grave he had made, and it started to embed itself onto Jace's skin. He tried to like peel it off and whatnot, but it wouldn't, so it just kept building up and building up and building up to where he was like covered in like this copper liquid, and then slowly formed into armor plating. And the way I did it is kind of like how like Venom works, where Incursion is his own being, and Jace is just inside being occupied by him. So,
Okay.
eventually they'll develop this system where like they become one and the same, but for now Incursion is the forefront of it, and he's just sitting back. So, but he plays both of them technically, although he's had me voice his character for interactions and shit. Which I thought was really fucking cool, and I did that all without telling him, and he was like fucking nerding out over it, saying it was the greatest thing ever. Took me 4 weeks of planning to get that all set up, so I'm glad that he liked it.
Did you say 2 years?
And then
I've been gone
fucking
that long?
Istis, he got into a relationship shit with it. That was pretty cool. I've been doing a lot of stuff with that and whatnot.
Every time I hear the name Istis, I can't help but think of Dark Souls because the Estus flask.
Like, I know a bunch of his shit got done. Like, he wanted to make Shingbun to a god, and she became a god, although it means he didn't like. She had to make a deal with Paladine, which he fucking hates Paladine.
I read the report.
Oh my god, watching Shepherd speak.
God, I'm seeing his face now. Holy shit. That's terrible.
Where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility.
Something about their facial animations reminds me a lot about stuff like Obsidian's games, like New Vegas and shit.
Yeah.
Why did you leave him behind?
It's weird you say that because BioWare and Obsidian are very similar in a lot of ways, because they put out these games that are really well made, but they've got these huge faults in them that just ruin the whole experience.
You notice, like, the fucking scar patterns on your cheek, like on your jaw and shit? Do you notice that?
Yeah. That's, you can't change that. Yeah, so the way that works is the more evil and, like, renegade you go, the more pronounced those scars become and the worse they get. But the more, like, paragon and, like, good-hearted you are, the quicker they heal.
Huh.
And the reason they're glowing is because of all your new cybernetic implants.
Pog. Very cool.
Being in command means that sometimes you give orders knowing that your people are going to die. That can't affect your decisions. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him,
God, I don't think this kind of person could exist in real life without being dropped down the stairs 17 times as a newborn.
Nah, dude, I've actually seen pictures of people that look just like that. That's fucked up.
What, the fucking Elephant Man?
No, like, there was like this Asian dude. I remember seeing a video of him.
Yeah,
He
my
looked
character
just
does
like
have kind of
that.
an Asian look to him, doesn't he?
There was an Asian guy that looked just like that guy, like your character, which I think is fucking hilarious. Fuck, dude, that's actually hilarious. I know you said you were taking a break from tabletop and shit, though, but once my campaign that I'm currently doing is done, I'm doing an actual book campaign, which is the Dragon of Icespire Peak, and we're going to go through the entire series. So we're going through Dragon of Icespire Peak, Stormlord's Wrath, and whatever the fuck the third and fourth books are. But we're going through the whole thing. It's a 1 to 17 in total with all 4 books. So it's 1st to 17th level. And I've already got the entire, like,
put a helmet
all
on
the
and cover his
encounter set
face.
for Dragon of Icespire Peak.
I'm gonna leave his helmet off, but you can put a helmet on and cover his face.
Do not put a helmet on this fucking beautiful Thanos creation. Do not.
Wait a minute. You used to be able to Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, you used to be able to change like what material your suit was and the color, but it wasn't scrolling for me.
Ooh, matte black is nice. Just like solid.
Yeah, the very final one is like the really matte black one.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. No, we need to get something more Thanos, you know? Like, we need to get an armor pattern that's like Thanos. Look at a picture of him. I want to actually look at a picture of him. It's like...
Well, do you want the Thanos armor, or do you want the armor to be like Thanos' skin?
Let's do
because Thanos has like gold armor.
Well, yeah, it's true. Can you change individual sections, or...
Not yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can later once I actually get like different armor pieces. And let's I can make his casual outfit jeans and leather jacket.
Yes.
Or I can make it hoodie and track pants. Or I can make him Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger.
I need your clothes, your boots.
Well, he's like got like a crop top vest, leather, like he's got like the fucking biker gloves, like the fingerless biker gloves with leather straps and shit.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your chromosomes. That's all I get from this fucking character, man. Holy shit. I love it. He's so goofy, and I love the fuck out of it.
And it doesn't help that Male Shepherd sounds like the fucking text-to-speech Fallout 4 guy.
Do you know how many cups of coffee, brains, and jars drink on a daily basis? I'll give you a hint. Not fucking many!
Commander Shepard.
Ooh, Martin Sheen.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
Oh yeah, I just realized since I'm going Renegade with this dude, that means that Shepard's gonna side with the Elusive Man on everything.
2 years, billions of credits, bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Billions?
Your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Holy fuck, that's a lot of money.
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep
When you spend billions of credits to resurrect some fucking moron and regret every decision.
What are the Reapers doing with Agent
And they
Smith?
just keep making you regret fucking reviving them. That's why I love games where you can just completely fuck up everything.
Yeah.
Like where you can just destroy everything because the entire beginning is just null and void like
We
this.
believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth. they-
Morrowind is really good at that because you can kill the dude that gives you the main quest right at the beginning.
One reason we chose you.
So
If you're
good.
after the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress. The latest colony to be abducted.
Yeah, what sucks is
We'll brief you.
so Shepard can die at the end of 2. I'm gonna try to avoid that. I might do some Paragon choices just so I don't die at the end of this one. But if Shepard dies at the end of this game, you can't carry the save into the third game. Because that counts as the ending of the franchise. If Shepard dies in this game. I think that's actually really cool. That it,
I mean, it is because it makes sense. Where it's like,
But it's also like you literally die at the beginning of this game. You know, why can't they build you again? Did they not prepare for the eventuality you would die again?
hey, he already spent billions to fucking revive you the first time.
Well, here's the thing though: the billions was them learning how to put you back together. Now they know how to, right? It would be cheaper on repeat attempts, you know? It's like RoboCop.
Also, it took
RoboCop has
2
to
years
be
to fucking
rebuilt in the second movie again, but, you know, when he's rebuilt, you know, it's not as expensive.
Right.
Let's see. How's Miranda's ass look in this game? Okay, it still looks the same.
Bro, I love scrolling through the pictures of Thanos on Google Images, and I found like a dozen of them that are just Trump's head photoshopped onto Thanos' body.
What's the matter, Lawson?
Holy shit, man. Like, there's one where it's just him smiling, and the scene where Thanos goes, I am inevitable. Just, oh my fuck.
Are you naturally this
It's
bitchy,
great.
or is it just me?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivation.
The fucking screen pans over to his face in the middle of a cutscene. You just can't take anything seriously anymore. You can't. You
No,
fucking
it was
can't,
what he
man.
said. He looks at Miranda and he's like, are you always this bitchy, or is it just me?
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Oh, man.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us.
+4 to Renegade.
Cerberus gave me my body back. That's worth giving them a chance. One chance.
But you're still not convinced. Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my mind about you yet.
At least you're giving me a chance. Most of soldiers take Cerberus on principle.
That's all for now.
I actually like Jacob. Jacob's cool. Because Jacob's not like the rest of Cerberus.
I think it's... I don't know. I can't... You know how many times in role-playing games where I've tried to be the fucking bad guy? You know how fucking difficult it is for me to be the bad guy? I have such a fucking conscience. It bothers me so much. Like, I was doing a Skyrim playthrough, right? And I know that's so fucking dumb to get upset about being evil in a Skyrim playthrough, but something about it just fucking destroyed me inside. Every time I made a bad decision, it was like, no, fuck you. I would always be like, yep, soul died oil. And it just happened over and fucking over again.
The issue in Skyrim, though, is that being a dick doesn't really mean anything. Because
It really
you can just go back and talk to them again and be nice to them. You know, like, and, like, accept their quest and shit. Like, it doesn't lock you out of the quest, which, fair enough, because you don't want to lock a player out of content, but it's like, you should add a separate quest where, like, you have to make it up to them before they'll give you the real quest or some shit to, like, really make your choices have an impact.
Right.
You know? Which is something Mass Effect 1 does pretty good when you carry over into 2, because there's a reporter you can punch in the face in Mass Effect 1. And if you punch her in the face, and then she'll ask you questions in 2, and she'll be like, you might not remember me, but you punched me last time we spoke.
Punched me in the fucking face, dickhead. Oh, man. I don't know. One of these days I'll get into a role-playing game where I can just be the fucking bad guy. I just gotta find the right game for it.
It's one of those things where once you play a game enough times, you get kind of used to the way you play it, you know, and changing it up can make the game an entirely new experience, so...
Right.
You know, maybe, you know, like... Maybe you need to play Skyrim a few more times before you can be a complete dick to everybody and just ignore the main quest.
Yeah, probably.
Find out who did this and take him down. Nothing gets in our way.
I don't know.
Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard.
I want an RPG that has as good a romance as it does play. Like, I see a lot of games just lacking in that nowadays. It just bothers me.
Dragon Age is actually pretty good in that department, surprisingly.
I haven't played a lot of Dragon Age, so it makes sense. I haven't noticed.
Yeah. Made by the same people that did Mass Effect. Like, literally the exact same team.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Mass Effect has okay romance, but you can kind of just stumble your way into a sex scene without even thinking that it's gonna happen. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, if you talk to Liara and you just do nothing but Paragon, like, you'll get a sex scene near the end of the game. Like,
how quaint.
Strange. Security systems were Hostiles to the right.
But in Dragon Age, you actually have to like go out of your way to like romance somebody, and like you have to actually make an effort, and you have to make the romance work and stuff. Kingdom Come Deliverance is actually really good at it too. Kingdom Come Deliverance, you actually go on dates and you like court. You actually court them, and then you get married to them and stuff, and like it's like an actual like thing.
Actually, really cool.
And depending on like, if you're like, say you choose to marry Teresa, which is like the first girl most people find in the game that you can actually go on dates with. If you choose to court her, like you can end up with approval or disapproval with her uncle, depending on how you act throughout the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I gotta play a couple of these games just to figure out how they are.
Wait, Shepard?
I'm surprised Tally can recognize me. I used to be a woman.
You're alive?
I used to not look like a fucking sausage.
I used to look like a human. Now I'm a Titan.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what
And not the having the sex with the bees and the eagles kind.
Whatever's going on here, I don't think we need another fight. One of our
The Attack on Titan theme song.
I know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm actually going to be nice to Tally.
Oh man. Oh, I don't know why this made me think of it, but like I pissed off Zach a couple days ago because he DM'd. He's trying to DM a campaign. He's like kind of given up on it at this point because he doesn't like it. He's not very good at it. But
when he saw us landing,
it's not for everybody. Some people are just players and not you know.
I know,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm perfectly fine with being a DM. I was like, you don't have to do this. And he's like, well, yeah, I just want you guys to have the ability to play your characters and whatnot. I was like, it's fine. I'll find an opportunity sometime or another. It's fine. I don't really care. But he was like, we were playing his campaign, right? And bear in mind, I'm a fucking cleric in his campaign. Like, I'm a cleric.
Yeah.
And I was a level 1 at this point. And he had to face this fucking, the first form of Ariel, who is the main boss lady of the fucking campaign, as level 1s. Because we chased her because she killed one of our friends. And I chased her down, and I was like, I saw her, like, finish him off while she was in the cave, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta do something or my friends are gonna die. And so I hid behind a wall, and as she wasn't paying attention to me,
Oh shit.
y'all go?
Yeah. Bunch of I have a bunch of PlayStation 2 games sitting on top of my tower, and they all just fell over.
Jeez.
I've been ripping them to my PC to play them on PCSX.
That's fair. But yeah, I was a level 1 cleric, right?
Yeah.
I hide behind a wall where this bitch couldn't see me, and so as soon as they turned the corner, I jump around and I use inflict wounds. And bear in mind, even as a cleric, inflict wounds at first level does 3d10s.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 20 to hit, so it was a crit, and then I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 9.
Ooh.
So I did, as a level 1 cleric, with a lay on, like with a inflict wounds, I did 53 points of fucking damage. And single-handedly just ruined that fucking boss fight for Zach. I felt so bad, because he was like, yep. He just kept saying that as I just kept wailing on it with a fucking mace. He was like, yep, okay. And then eventually he was like, okay, how do you want to kill it? He just kind of got over it. Oh, I felt so bad. But it felt so good, too. It's so satisfying to hit as a level 1, to hit for 53 fucking damage.
It's also extremely unheard of. Like,
yeah, which I think is fucking nuts. Like, I don't understand how you can make a level 1 spell do 3 D10s. Like, what the fuck? Ugh.
Yeah, it's just Jeff Goldblum. You crazy son of a bitch! You actually did it.
Well, to be fair, if I had rolled, what was it? If I had rolled 3 10s, shit, that would have been 60 points of damage. So, I mean, if I just rolled 3 D10s, and then I got 10s on all 3 of them, that level 1 spell does 60 damage. Like, that's unfucking heard of. Like, ugh. That's what I love about Dungeons & Dragons. It's all about the roll of the fucking dice. It could prove beneficial or just fuck you.
Yeah.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
That's fine. All the guys you just brought with you just got fucking clapped, but whatever. Love that. They give you random soldiers as fucking fodder for a cutscene. Quite literally all they're there for.
Well, they aren't, they're like against you, like they don't like you. The only Quarian here that actually somewhat likes you is Tally, and that's if you're nice to her. You can be a total dick to her. Night night.
Go night night. Points a gun at your head. I said we sad.
So Quarians do bleed red.
Now what's this?
Good to know. Good to know. You know, on a realistic standpoint, do you think other creatures bleed other colors than red?
I mean, it would have to depend on their genetic makeup, right?
True. I mean, because we've only ever seen creatures on our planet bleed red, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, insects and stuff, their blood is clear because they're so small that their blood just doesn't register pigment. But, like...
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
You know, I'm sure, like, if there's, like, a nitrogen-based creature out there, they probably bleed blue or some shit, right? Like...
Maybe. I don't know. That's fucking freaky to think about. Or, like, the Predator shit, where, like, their blood is neon and glowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I don't even know.
Neon is the green, I think. Because the thing is, like, neon... People use neon to describe, like, the glow colors, but... in reality, neon is just the one gas's pigment, and the other noble gases have different pigments.
Right.
And that's where you get the blue and all the other colors.
Right.
But they all act very similar.
Vitor, I'm here to protect you.
Fair, I guess.
Monsters, I promise.
Have to hide. Max will protect. Swarm's coming. Storm coming.
The news keeps talking about how people are thinking that we're not going to have to wear masks for much longer. Which, I mean, we're kind of already on the downslope of that happening anyway, but...
Dude, I mean, there are stores that just say, take the fucking baby diaper off your face.
True. Our store says it enforces it, but at the same time, it's like, they're not. So that says, like, we have signs all over the place saying, masks are required, but as soon as you... Like,
my thing is, like, you go into a restaurant and they ask you to put on your mask, and then they sit you down at a table, and then you sit there for an hour without a mask on, eating and talking.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, and another thing too, right? Just another thing.
I won't let the monsters get you.
And, I mean, say what you will about the vaccine. I don't want to take that shit. I don't want to take something I feel like
I'm not taking it for at least 2 years.
Like, I don't want to take something that I feel like I'm being peer pressured into taking, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it just...
Like,
every time I see something about it, it seems like everyone's like, just take it over, just take it. It's like, I don't want to now. No, you've convinced me that I no longer want to.
it needs at least 2 or 3 years before, it's been tested and proved enough that it's reliable.
Right, but my only concern about me not taking it now is that eventually they're going to be to the point where it's like, oh, you don't have the vaccine, then you're not allowed to do whatever, and it's like...
Yeah.
And as much as that is against the Constitution, I very much see that happening, and that's the part that fucking bothers me.
See, Landon, this is why we make our way down to Texas.
My God.
Alright? Because Texas ain't gonna let that shit slide.
No, they've already threatened to fucking shoot people, like, over that shit.
Yeah.
If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
I love how the collectors, their design looks almost identical to the Geth. Which are, like, the bad guys you fight throughout most of Mass Effect 1. And you barely see in this game. Although you do get a Geth ally in this game, which is really cool. It actually gets really tense having a Geth and a Quarian on the ship at the same time. Because the Quarians invented the Geth, and they lost their homeworld to them. So it, like, you ally yourself with a Geth and a Quarian at the same time, and they're constantly at arms with each other.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
Fair. Oh my god, dude. I'm so tired. Like, ever since Resident Evil 8 came out, man. Ever since it fucking came out, everyone's all... It's just Lady Dimitrescu everywhere you fucking look.
Yeah, dude, this guy I watched that does streams, he's like, it's time for the D! The thumbnail was the vampire lady.
It's weird, too, because her name is spelled Dimitrescu, like D-I-M-E-S-T-R-I-C-U, but it's pronounced Dimitrescu, because technically it's Japanese.
Yeah.
It's freaky.
No, I haven't played it yet. I want to play it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I have it.
The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data.
I've played every game except for 3 Remake and 8. And I own 8, I don't own 3 Make.
The data from his Omni tool should be quite useful.
I should pick up 3 Make. I really should. Because I like the 2 Remake.
The 3 remake is actually pretty good. Yeah. I like the show.
I mean, people have complained about it because, oh, it's missing this huge section of the game that was, like, really fun in the original. It's like, okay, but, like...
Fucking whatever, man.
Yeah, who cares? So it's missing a section. The 2 remake was missing sections. The 2 remake was missing entire enemies.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems.
How much did they sell those games for? Was it still full price?
Yeah, dude, it's $60 on PlayStation still.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna get it on PC when it goes on sale, because when it goes on sale, it's like $5.
Oof. I don't know if you heard, but there's another Dragon Ball Super movie coming out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, they fucking... The idiots who run Bandai don't know how to keep shit secret because people can just, like, peer in and look at everything. They will... I want you to know this. This was so fucking funny to me. So, they essentially had all the data and shit put onto one file that contained all the new shit. And the funny part is all the file data was compiled with the shit for video games, for, like, Dokkan Battle. So while they were eavesdropping on the shit coming out for Dokkan, they apparently stumbled upon the new movie, which is going to have fucking Cooler in it, which I think is hilarious.
Huh.
So the next person they're making canon is Cooler, which I think is pretty damn cool.
Hey, what did they say like 2 years ago? And it's like,
yeah.
The next one they need to make really canon is
Bojack.
Cooler.
I was really thinking Bojack, though, to be honest. I don't know why, but I just had a hunch that it was going to be Bojack.
Bojack would be cool to see them make canon, but at the same time, it's like, who the fuck actually cares about Bojack?
Bojack was really just the other fucking like person to get bodied by Gohan. It really was.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
um,
they should make the next canon character Good Gohan.
which one?
Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant, what do you mean? 'Cause I
like
don't
the
remember
Gohan that actually continued training after Cell.
God, dude. Like, honestly, that shit. I mean, like, it makes sense because he always said that he didn't want to be like the
Yeah,
fighter.
but you would
like,
think
at the
after
same
Cell
time,
and and
of the Cell
Goku
saga,
missing, you know, you think he'd be like, okay, maybe Earth needs a protector. I should keep training, because there's no fucking way Krillin's gonna be a protector.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And it just like
It's like Piccolo's reached his limit.
and someone actually made a really cool thing. Was like, what if Gohan continued training after Goku died? And like, there were a lot of cool things. Like, they gave him actual character. Like, they rewrote the Buu saga, and they gave Gohan like post-traumatic stress disorder over fucking Cell. Which, who wouldn't? Right? If you were in Gohan's fucking position, who fucking wouldn't? First of all,
Yeah. Yeah.
like that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, because he wasn't a kid who was all about fighting, so having to go through all that shit, having to watch his dad die, and then having to be the sole like person to defeat Cell as an 11-year-old, it's pretty fucking traumatic.
Well, actually, I think because I think the whole 11-year-old thing is only in America. I think he's actually supposed to be 14, 15 in Japan.
Well, regardless, as a fucking like
yeah,
a very
still not
young
really
man.
mentally mature.
No.
Here's what pisses me off, though. Okay, Pan is supposed to be like 5 years old now.
Well, actually,
well, I think like 3 or 4 actually.
They really fucked that up.
Pan's supposed to be like 3 or 4, and Trunks and Goten are supposed to be like Gohan's age towards the end of the Frieza saga.
Because I actually found the fucking audio clip where it said that there were only 4 months between the Buu saga and the first episode of Super. I found the fucking. I have lost it now, but I found it and I played it 3 times to Brandon and Austin.
No, Super has time skips. Super has time skips.
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying too.
Like, I'm saying like the end of Broly. By the end of Broly, though, they're supposed to be the fucking age of. Like, Goten and Trunks are supposed to be the age of Gohan after Frieza.
Right.
And, Pan is supposed to be, like 3 or 4 years old. But
yeah, I mean,
they've been keeping Goten and Trunks as little kids, because you gotta have kids in the shonen, but they aren't the main characters. They've been
being about shonen, and that's the
It's
that
like
stopped being a thing a while ago.
Alright, like, Boruto isn't exactly good, but at least it actually follows Boruto, and it only goes to Naruto for, like, certain plot elements that carry over from previous
shows. Already made
shows.
it blatantly obvious that the only person they care about in Dragon Ball is Goku.
Yeah.
And he's no longer a kid, so stop making that the focus.
Yeah. The show really was supposed to carry over into Gohan, and you can really tell. And then he just changed his mind partway through the decision. Like,
right.
But yeah. Ugh. It would have been so cool.
I'm getting really worried that Super's getting written into a corner. Like, they've barely written themselves out of corners in the past, but I think they're running out of ideas. I don't know if you've read the manga at all.
Nope.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Don't read it, because it's not happening. They've written themselves so far to a fucking corner, like, you don't even know what's about to happen anymore.
So, I read, like, a good chunk of the Dragon Ball manga. Like, I read all the way up through King Piccolo, and then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch the shows. And I've just stuck to the shows ever since. Like, not because the mangas are hard to read or anything, it's just, like, it's tedious,
like,
you know?
Just as a few examples, right? It finally got to the point where Goku can just tap into Master Ultra Instinct whenever he wants to. The only thing is that Whis showed him his true full power, at least mildly, for a moment, and showed that Goku's still not done. There's still more to go for. And it's like, oh, that's cool and all. They're lining up Vegeta to be a god of destruction, which is also pretty fucking cool. Beerus gave him one of his earrings, like one of those little like golden hook earrings that goes on your ear, like you see it on Beerus's left ear all the time. They gave him one of those, and then he performed a Hakai and like blew up a fucking planet. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard. Unlike the irrational mistrust of
I don't know. It's just weird to me, and I don't know where it's going because it's like the way things are looking. It's like they were already a bit tad off of the end of Z, but now it's looking like it's gonna be nowhere fucking close. And I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't get it. But anyway, you're playing Mass Effect. I should stop talking about Dragon Ball. But
oh no, it's fine. Dragon Ball's a science fiction thing, dude. It still kind of fits, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
they go to other worlds and talk to aliens and shit.
That's fair. Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
Now, my thing is like, like I've kind of given up on Dragon Ball, not in the same way that I have with Star Wars, right?
Right.
You know, because Star Wars, I'm just, like, completely done with it. I'm not even watching the good stuff anymore. I'm just done, right? But Dragon Ball, it's like, unless something new comes out, I've kind of just stayed away from it.
That's fair.
You know?
With the new movie coming out, I'm super excited.
Yeah. Like, I'll watch the new movie. If it comes to theaters, we should go. If it comes to theaters.
Oh,
if you're still here.
I will certainly try.
You know.
Oh, no, I won't be here. I'm moving the 19th, so I mean...
Oh, so in 5 days?
Yeah. I've already got... you should see my room right now. I have an entire, like... There's a wall between my bed and my door that's just fucking boxes.
Oof.
It's just boxes.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Like, we packed up everything we want, and everything else is getting ditched, so... but yeah. Fuck, I was thinking I was going to say something, but I've completely lost my fucking train of thought. Well, anyway. When the movie does come out, though, I am super excited. I really want to know what they're going to do with Cooler, because...
Yeah. Cooler is one of those characters that I've always enjoyed, but I felt could be fleshed out better.
Right. Because, I mean... No Dragon Ball Z movie did an amazing job at fleshing out their characters in particular.
I think Cooler had the advantage of having a sequel, though.
Right.
You know, so... and
wait,
also...
no, Broly had one, too.
Broly had 3.
Yeah, he had 3 sequels, and the 4th one was holy fuck.
Yeah, the 4th one's actually really good. The 4th one's the best one.
With the Bio Broly?
No, the 4th one is the super one.
I know, but I'm talking about Bio Broly.
Yeah, Bio Broly's fuck. That's the...
That's the 3rd.
Yeah,
That's the wait... Because there was Broly,
That's right.
Bio Broly.
For some reason, I thought I had my number off for a second, and it was only 3 movies. But yeah, okay. If that says anything about how my brain wants to remember Bio Broly.
Which I love how they intentionally made it to where none of the fucking movies that make canonical sense. Yeah. Like, during the whole, like, Broly coming to Earth, Vegeta should have shown up. There's no reason
the only movie that actually, like, fits kind of canonically is the 13th one, the one with Trunks and the sword and stuff. And that's because that's future Trunks.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually makes sense, because it explains how Trunks got his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a different timeline, so it doesn't conflict with shit.
Yeah. Which, I mean, the only thing, though, is, like, Trunks gets that sword, it's like, but Goku could go Super Saiyan 3? What?
Yeah. Janemba!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. I didn't know if you knew that, but Hirudegarn is a Majin.
Wait, what's Majin?
Hirudegarn? He's a Majin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he's classified as. He's the Majin of Shadow and Flame.
Huh.
I forget what the term Majin means. I'm pretty sure Majin just means magical creation.
Yeah, I think it
makes
means...
sense that Hirudegarn is a Majin.
I think it means, evil magic.
because he was a being. Yeah, he was a being created by ritual. I mean, so was Majin Buu.
Research projects.
But regardless,
To upgrade heavy pistols.
which I think is hilarious that like magic became a factor in a show that was all about strength and power. Which I mean, it always kind of was.
I mean, yeah, because
there was a
Lady,
bit of magic in Dragon Ball and Z.
the fucking witch lady, I can't think of her name right now. Like,
Baba.
Lady Baba. She fucking lets Goku see his grandfather, his Earth grandfather, in the original series.
Okay, that too. Another thing, people, you can talk shit about Super all you want to, but when Goku was going to pick up Frieza for the Tournament of Power, and when
he shows up again.
He fought Grandpa Gohan.
Yeah.
He fights like he actually does all the same moves he did against Grandpa Gohan in that little ring, like while he's waiting on Frieza, and that was a really cool attention to detail that no one gives like that enough credit for.
Well, I think a lot of people kind of skipped the original series and just didn't even know that was a thing.
I know, it bothers me.
I don't blame people for not watching the original show, because most people in America
only
know
Z.
Z.
Don't judge the show when it makes references to the shit you don't get. Like, if we're not watching it, it's your fault that you didn't watch it.
Yeah. Most people only know Z, though, and that's a shame. Like, there are people that only see Super because they heard about it from somebody, and not because they're an actual fan of Dragon Ball.
I mean, I was originally like that, but I was like, no, I gotta understand where this guy came from, because Z isn't the beginning, Dragon Ball's the beginning.
Yeah.
So I went back and
technically
watched
Z doesn't really exist, because the manga is just Dragon Ball the whole way through.
True. Z is just for the show.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, it's also mostly just an American thing, too.
It was an American thing that the Japanese immediately fucking adopted, which I think is great.
Yeah. And then GT.
The show no one fucking wanted.
Power
It's
Brothers.
a shame that fucking... I mean, like, GT is, for the most part, it's just fucking terrible, but... It had some of the most original ideas. It had so much of the original ideas that I wish would happen.
It actually had, like, the whole, like, spirit of the journey that the original show had, which is what Z is in Super, especially, are really lacking.
Like, they went back to touch on their original roots. It's just a lot of the shit they did was, like,
It just wasn't written well.
No. Like, the concept of Super Saiyan 4, really cool and original idea. Like, it wasn't a transformation that you just...
Well, you know why they did Super Saiyan 4? It was so that they didn't have to animate Kid Goku. They wanted adult Goku back.
Right.
And so they created Super Saiyan 4, and that's why Super Saiyan 4 is adult Goku.
Which I think is really weird. I don't know if you noticed this, but in GT I remember seeing this. There was a clip where, Goku, like, turns back from Super Saiyan 4 after killing Baby, and Pan's like, wait, you're still a kid? I thought you were a grown-up. I thought, what happened? He's like, oh yeah, it's just when I turned 4, I guess. I don't... It's like, but what about Grandma? What's she gonna say? And he's like, it's okay. If she's ever in the mood, I can always just go 4 again. And then she gets all red-faced. I was like, what the fuck, Goku? What the fuck? Jesus! That was an actual
That'd be
line.
like Captain Falcon putting the fucking Falcon thrust on just go flying off the screen.
Jesus.
Ugh.
And then,
yeah, I imagine that's actually how Captain Falcon is in bed too. He just goes Falcon thrust, and they just game.
Game. Just like a whole explosion out their fucking wall. Another thing too is like the concept of the shadow dragons, like that make you know people always talk about how it's like, why do the Dragon Balls just seem like the ultimate cheat code? And it's like the shadow dragons made it to where it looks like there were consequences for abusing the power of the Dragon Balls. Which
and
I
that's
thought was
the
a really
only
cool
thing that
idea.
was. That's the only thing they actually did kind of decently in GT. Was the shadow dragons.
Yeah. Baby wasn't a terrible idea, executed poorly.
I think
Super 17 should not have been a thing. It, honestly, in my opinion, should never have been a thing. I just, no, not in any way regard I believe 17 should have been a thing.
The baby thing is literally just a retread of Cell. Because the guy that creates Baby is literally
Also,
Dr. Gero.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like,
it's
I'm
like
serious.
Dr. Gero,
Go and look at the fucking character. It's literally
I
Dr.
know, it's
Gero with
literally
a
just like an
palette
alien
swap.
Dr. Gero.
Yeah, it's literally the Dr. Gero character with a palette swap. It's a copy paste.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, like, the idea of Baby itself is still a really cool idea, and the concept that it's like the Saiyan race being a warrior race that conquers planets. Of course, they would have made enemies.
And it gave us one of the coolest transformations, which is Super Saiyan 4, which we just talked about. But yeah, no. I think GT gets too much hate, but it's also deserved hate.
Yeah, for the most part, it's very deserved. But I just wish Super was like had like the more decent plot with the more decent originality. Like the only thing for me that truly became quote unquote original were like some of the forms, like Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God was such a cool transformation to me. It still kind of is, because it's not like the other Super Saiyans, right? It's not like you just scream and your hair turns blonde. It's like it's very calm.
It actually makes you look less bulky. And
yeah, you thin up. Your hair remains in its same way as its base
because
form. And just turns
you're not, you know, making yourself bigger to be more intimidating. You're slinking yourself down to be more and
agile,
slowing yourself. You're slowing yourself, or not slowing. You're speeding yourself up so that way people are taken off guard by how powerful you really are.
Right, which would explain why Beerus is so fucking skinny.
Yeah.
But I think one of the cool parts about Super Saiyan God, and the guy who did the artwork for Dragon Ball Super Broly, he comments on this a lot. He's like, I wanted to make Super Saiyan God definitively different than Blue. He wanted God to be the agile, dexterous form that could move around like agilely and could control a situation, while Blue was just the fucking powerhouse that just tanked shit and destroyed shit. Which makes sense, because that's what Blue is. It's essentially just a Super Saiyan form of Super Saiyan God.
Yeah.
But God is so cool to me because it was a very unique way of achieving the transformation, much like 4, where 5 Saiyans put their power into another and they ascended into a godhood through this huge just transformation process. And then just the design of it to me was really fucking cool. Just like the base form hair, red irises, like the actual definitive iris instead of just a circle that was a solid color. There was like an iris and then a little pupil in the center, the thinning of the muscles. Just all around it was just freaky. Blue was very disappointing because all it was just a Super Saiyan with blue hair. Super strong, but it was just a Super Saiyan.
Frieza says it best. What is this, Super Saiyan with blue hand tie?
My favorite part about that arc is how Frieza just keeps calling Goku God Monkey. That's the entire time.
Monkey. Oh, I forgot to talk to Chalk Quest to get the side quest to buy the brandy. Damn it.
Hey, go back and get it.
Well, I have to come back here again anyways, because once you complete one of the missions here, it sends you back to the ship, and then you have to come back in to do the other one, so it don't matter.
Then the only other thing, right? Ultra Instinct. At first, it's like, Whis hints at it like it's this ability that you could just achieve. I was like, not many gods can do it, let alone you, so it's gonna take you a while. Like, we only ever saw Whis do it as he was. No aura, nothing. Just as he was, just dodging and weaving out of attacks that were lightning fucking fast and in forms that we had seen to be incredibly powerful and fast. And we always just assumed Ultra Instinct was just gonna be like, oh look, I can see everything you're doing before you do it. In Super, they made it, like, and the way I look at it is that the reason why Goku did a quote-unquote transformation in the process of doing it is because the way gods and mortals do it are very different. Because like I'm sure Goku being a Saiyan, he had to simplify it into a transformation, quote unquote, in order to achieve it better. But then that whole theory of mine got blown out of the window when in the manga he does it. Like in his base form, just gets the ability to dodge and weave. Like, and he actually blocks Whis' attacks and dodges Whis' attacks. Like the first time ever, and it was like, oh, okay, cool, just fuck me anyway. It's cool. I didn't want to be right about something or anything. That'd be weird. So I just let it go. But I mean, yeah, it's just weird to me. Like the whole concept was weird at first. I still prefer like the coolness of the transformation over just the being able to dodge at will. It was a pretty unique concept at the time, and after a while, it just became a meme where it was like you can't beat Goku because the moment you think you beat him, you didn't. So.
Is it bad that I'm actually getting used to the way my guy looks?
I'm trying to track down
Maybe just a little.
You want him dead too?
The distraction of us conversating probably helps us to not, look at all of his terrible features.
Oh, I'm like constantly seeing him though.
Oh, what? What are you talking? What do you mean? Oh, you have to look at the back of his head when you walk. So I mean, that helps.
Interesting. You're going to make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming he's in a bit of trouble right now.
Just tell me how to find.
So, I know you've given up on Star Wars, but what's your opinion on the Bad Batch?
Sounds like that might be a tip to me.
Well, I saw an article talking about how Bad Batch reverses the ableist past of Star Wars. And I think that's all I need to say on Bad Batch. Because there are people saying that Darth Vader being a cripple was ableist because it made all cripples look like they were bad guys, but Bad Batch is reversing that.
That's fucking stupid. That's why I don't read those fucking articles. What I like about Bad Batch, or rather, what I think is cool about it, is that it explores, like, character arcs and shit. So, like, you remember Kanan from Rebels. I mean, there's that guy.
Yeah.
There was a comic that came out that was called just simply Star Wars Kanan. And it talks about him as a Padawan escaping the clutches of the troopers as they killed his master. And then surviving and making his way through perilous situations to get himself into a safe place. There was a segment where, like, in the beginning where, like, the Order 6016s happened. And, like, in the comic it was so impactful because there was a moment where he was with the troopers and they were all having a good time talking, conversating. And they, like, this part where, like, he, like, scritches his head a little bit and it's like, you'll be fine. And then he has to step away for a moment because he gets a fucking communicator call, and it's Order 66, and it's this sad moment where there were once smiles and happiness on their face knowing that the war was coming to a close that was just turned to seriousness and just purpose as they just started to fucking blast away at him. It's like, because these are men that had an actual attachment to this Jedi and are now just attempting to murder him at all costs.
Yeah.
But, like, the Bad Batch changed it. They fucking changed it, which pisses me off, because they made it to where it was, like, so much less impactful. They made it, like, they changed the planet in which the battle took place.
See, and I don't think that was... Because here's the thing I will say about modern Star Wars, is I don't think that's anybody actually making it their choice. Like, I'm pretty sure that's all fucking Kathleen Kennedy and corporate Disney fucking forcing them to do this shit, to either water down things or to put things in there that they wouldn't have bothered with either way, you know?
Right.
Like, and that's what pisses me off the most, is because Star Wars is such an expansive universe that you can do literally anything with it that you want.
And that's something else too. Like, I know this is kind of fucked up to say, but I enjoyed Star Wars more when everything was open-ended. Like, I hate that nowadays, and I think that's why George Lucas hated the idea of making shows about his movies, was because people were going to try and, like, to give answers to this open-ended...
Give answers to things that didn't need answers. Cough,
right.
cough, Solo.
Like, exactly. Like,
although
for
that's like
example,
the best of the modern
at first,
Disney movies.
He came to terms with it eventually, but at first he despised the thought of doing the Clone Wars because people were wondering, like, what the fuck is the Clone Wars? It's like because Leia referenced it and Obi-Wan referenced it. Nobody knew what the Clone Wars was.
He did the Clone Wars
like,
himself before the show, though, because he showed the beginning and the end of the Clone Wars, and you kind of get an understanding of what the Clone Wars were like.
It was just an expansion. And they originally the clones were just like always had that in the back of their mind, like one day they'd have to kill their Jedi. Well, in the Clone Wars, they
if you've ever read the Thawne trilogy, which are Star Wars, very popular Star Wars books. I don't know if you've ever read them or not.
I haven't read them, but I've heard of them.
I think they actually rewrote them to fit in with modern lore, but the original versions of them, the clones were the bad guys.
Yep.
And
because they were fighting this war.
Thawne shows up in Rebels, by the way.
Oh, I know. I've watched Rebels.
Yeah. I think Rebels gets too much hate, honestly. Rebels is fine.
Well, I mean, there were a lot of things that were cool about it, but there were other things that fucking annoyed me.
It's the best thing Disney's done with Star Wars, like, if I'm being real.
Yeah, to a degree. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it personally. I mean, for what it's worth, like, I guess. I
didn't enjoy Mandalorian. Like, I thought Mandalorian was just, like, shitty space western. Like, I could get... If I wanted to watch a western, I could watch much better than that. Because that's what that show is. It's supposed to be like a western. It's supposed to be like a true grit kind of story.
Which, I mean, mildly was, I guess, but... In any case, I don't know, there was a couple of, like, design choices that I fucking hated about Rebels. There were some cool things about, like...
Oh, yeah, no, art design and stuff, yeah, like, it pisses me off. Like, the flat lightsabers and...
the skinny-ass blades, like, why? Why? Like, in the Clone Wars, they made them these broad...
Here's what I'll say, though. At least it's better than Resistance.
Oh yeah, fuck Resistance. Absolutely. Get that shit out of here.
Resistance is like a fucking Disney Junior show.
That shit's terrible. Like, absolutely horrendous. Do not bring that shit up in my presence. There's a reason why people don't talk about the show.
Made by the same guy.
Which bothers me. Like, how can you... Like, I don't understand.
You look a little young to be
Well, regardless, in the matter of that anyway, one thing I will say is absolutely amazing is the Obi-Wan and Darth Maul character arc.
Get your money back.
They did that flawlessly, and I love the shit out of it. I don't know if you remember the Darth Maul Obi-Wan final fight scene where Obi-Wan finally kills Maul.
My only issue is that they keep cutting to other shit during it. Yeah.
But the one thing... Well, the fight itself only lasted about, like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a couple sword clashes, and Obi-Wan carves through his hilt.
But that's because they keep cutting to fucking what's-his-name over and over in the middle of the fight.
Well, it's not even just that. Like, there was this part where he was, like, looking for him on Tatooine. Quite literally, the fight itself did not even last long. Like, there was no interruptions or anything. Like, there was interruptions on the travel and, like, the whole internal monologue between the two of them. But the fight itself was just... Maul finds Obi-Wan in the desert, insults him, kicks dirt over his fire he made, and then they both draw lightsabers on each other. They clash sabers twice, and then, if you pay attention, Maul tries to do that same shit he did to Qui-Gon, where he bats him in the face with the hilt, but Obi-Wan sees it coming, carves through the hilt and through Maul's chest. So it just right down the middle. And the worst part is Obi-Wan was fighting in the same stance that Qui-Gon did. Like, he took Qui-Gon's stance and then just fucked him up.
I've been playing this for a little bit now. And I can say, without a doubt, Mass Effect 2 looks the exact same. Because I play these games on PC, and I have the texture mods and stuff installed, and it looks the exact same.
Yikes.
So I think all they did was they took the texture mods and then they put some of the and then they put some of the Mass Effect 3 stuff into 1 and 2, like for like face design and like colors and shit, and called it a remaster. For I don't know. I think Mass Effect 1 might have more work done to it because Mass Effect 1 needed more work. But
I mean, yeah, it's pretty dated. So
I think Mass Effect 2, even without the texture mod, still looks pretty good by today's standards.
True.
But yeah,
as demanding as they are.
Yeah.
I'm on the mission.
It's weird looking at like how our taste in games is updated. Like I remember back in the day when I would look at shit like, I don't know, Call of Duty Big Red 1 and think that was like, oh shit, this looks so great.
Yeah.
And then I go back and look at it now, I'm like, what the fuck is this polygon shit? Like,
it's weird though because I'll look at games that are older, like Spyro on PS1, and I'll be like, this game looks fantastic.
And then you get some modern games where you're like, this game looks like fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
Which is really sad, because you'd think it wouldn't be like that, but sometimes it really do be like that. God, my room looks like shit. I love how it's like 2 high-def characters, and then fucking bruh Thanos, your fucking character, Shepard.
I should have named him Thanos.
Thanos.
I can do that in 3. I can remake the character and change the name.
Thanpert.
Thampert.
Shanos.
Thepard.
Shanos.
Shanos. Shamos.
Shamos. Shamos Shepard. Holy fuck.
Billy Mays Shepard.
We should do. Oh my god, that would be fucking hilarious.
I should make Phil Swift. Tide Pods that melt in your dryer, not in your mouth.
I better go find something.
Watch yourself. In's gonna be easy. Out's gonna be a bitch.
Let's worry about finding him first.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the Mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
I think it's so weird that this game has a fucking AI on your ship, an artificial intelligence, after it builds up, how incredibly illegal it is to have AI in this universe.
Oh boy.
And then you just turn it over to the Alliance in the 3rd game, and Joker, Seth Green, tells the AI to act like a VI, which is like, you know, helper intelligence, to pretend it's a VI. So, and then it reveals itself to be an AI once you get control of the Normandy again in the 3rd game, and the like personnel woman that's on the ship is like, I fucking knew it. It's like, sorry that I said your voice was sexy earlier. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. I have a bigger appreciation for Andromeda after going back and playing some of 3 again. Because, and this is post-patch Andromeda, because pre-patch it was a worse game, but post-patch, Andromeda actually plays like a pretty good game, and it's got this really nice sense of exploration that 3 doesn't have, that 1 and 2 have.
That should slow him down.
And 3 just feels really weird and bland in a lot of places. It's hard to explain. I'll explain it better in the video. Well, he's dead.
God, dude, there are so many, like, horror stories of people ruining tabletop games. Holy shit. Like, I saw a couple of them. Like, one was a, I forget, it was like this one where this girl that was a part of their, party who just took shit way too seriously. Like, this guy ate a, like, fish in a barrel that was sitting in the barrel for, like, a week. And she was like, DM, I'm pretty sure you need to make a Constitution saving throw. And bear in mind, the dude was a fucking giant-ass Goliath barbarian with a super high con, so it was like, okay, make a Constitution saving throw. Guy rolls a fucking 26. Yeah, you're fine. And then she loses her shit, saying, no, my dad's a doctor, he told me I would totally kill you. It's like, what the fuck? No one gives a shit. Not a soul.
Yeah.
And like a couple other ones, for example, like, player wanted more than just roleplay. It was like, this dude insisted that they roleplay a sex scene, and it was like, stop. Stop it. I don't do that shit. Like, holy fuck. Like, and they just keep insisting on it. It's like, come on, it just got, for purposes. It's like, no, there's no need. Whenever, like, in my game, whenever you get into a sex scene, it's like, you have a romantic moment, and then it fades to black, and the implication is there.
You're working too hard.
Like, that shit, that role-playing shit belongs to you. If you want to think about how it fucking happened, then you go right ahead. Because I'm not doing it. There are some people who are willing to do it, but I'm not one of them.
Archangel doesn't have much time left.
Yeah.
What the hell are we waiting for?
Like, Zach sent me the PDF on how to... Like, I didn't know if you knew this, but did you know that in Dungeons & Dragons, someone made a handbook on how to make, having sex with another character, or an NPC, into a minigame? Where you have to roll dice to make saving throws and shit.
Wait, really? I
shit you not, and it was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm actually gonna pull it up. And like, the part of the document was like the gold cost of fucking sex toys, which that was goddamn hilarious. Oh my god, I don't understand.
But does it? But does it tell you how to write a goblin orgy?
No, that was completely made up by Zach. That was his genius working there.
No, and then you find out the book was written by Zach.
He messaged it to me, so let me quickly pull it up. Scroll.
Hello, Garrus.
Archangel.
Yeah, the 5E guide to sex. Holy shit, this is fucked. Like, it's literally just what is this? How many pages is it? It's a 34-page document on how to fucking use... Oh my god!
It says 34 pages? That's about the length of the script for the video I'm making.
Okay, well, quickly,
so far anyways.
A character looking to get laid in D&D can use the following system to hook up with someone, perform the deed, and deal with the consequences. While real life was used as a touchstone for most of the rules in the document, the main goal was to ease play and fun. The author fully believes that D&D is not was never intended to be a real life simulator. Attempting to seduce an NPC is a deception, performance, or persuasion check. The base DC to seduce an NPC for sex is calculated using the ability scores as follows. DC is 15 plus dexterity or strength modifier, DM's choice plus charisma modifier. So like, okay, so for example, a typical human, 10 in every ability, has a seduction DC of 15. A character with 17 strength and 8 charisma has a seduction DC of 17. And it just keeps going on and on. And then there's, you can roll for an NPC's sexual orientation on a table. A 1 to 6 is exclusively heterosexual. A 7 to 10 is generally heterosexual. 11 to 13 is usually heterosexual. 14, 15, bi. 16, 17, usually homo. 18, 19 is generally homo, and 20 is exclusively homo.
Jesus.
Like, they literally... Holy shit. Oh! No fucking way. Are you kidding me? Dude, okay, so there's a table to determine the fucking race of the child and what parts of each race will come. Like, for example, an Arakaka and Azamar. Holy shit. Like, there's so many different combinations, it's fucked. There's a whole table for it. Holy shit, they actually fucking did this. Like, I read a few things, because Zach was like, yeah, how is this gonna work? It's like, I mean, you're a Yanti, it's fine. If she gets pregnant, she gets pregnant. Yanti have eggs, that's even more fucked. They're humanoids. That's terrible. That's actually fucking horrible. What the fuck? Number of offspring. And, like, for some of these, you have to roll. For a goblinoid, you roll 2d3 children. What's a d3? There's no such thing as a d3. I'm hoping they mean it's 1d2.
Well, no, a D3 does exist, but they're so uncommon that they don't come with most dice packs.
Right. I'm guessing this shit is old. I want you to understand this. They even gave races specific advantages in the bedroom. So just a few examples, okay? We'll go
so
firstly.
It's like how the Asari in Mass Effect have a huge advantage in bed because they can mind fuck you.
Right. So here's this. Elves. Elves are an alluring sensual race with great benefits from long lives, where matters of sex are concerned. When one can live nearly a millennium, one tends to pick up quite a few tricks, particularly since elven culture is fairly permissive and lax about sexual adventures. Imaginative. You have advantage on wisdom saving throws made to endure foreplay. Infertile. You have disadvantage on checks to impregnate if male to become pregnant if female. And then, I don't know, like Goliath. Their perks are enduring. You have advantage on constitution checks made to avoid exhaustion from having sex more than once in an hour. And then also infertile. Which I think is fucking hilarious. And they have it for every race. They have perks for every fucking race!
Your description of the elf advantages, though, is literally how they explain... That's literally the Asari in this game. In Mass Effect. That's literally how they explain it. That's kind of funny. I wonder if they... Because 5e came out after Mass Effect, so I wonder if they took inspiration. What the fuck? that dude just went flying!
Holy shit, dude.
See, I wonder if they took... Whoever wrote that took inspiration. Because I don't think that's an official thing.
There's a D20 table for fetishes.
Yeah, I don't think this is an official... I don't think this is an official thing, is it?
No, absolutely not. This is all homebrew. Oh my god. This is... What the fuck? Yeah, there's gold costs for sexual items. That's hilarious. That's actually fucking hilarious. I did not take a moment to read... Did not take a moment to read all the shit that, yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. That makes more sense now. It says, these following mundane magical items are added to Dungeons & Dragons in a sexual campaign, so it's like meant for like a homebrew campaign. So it's for people who like to roleplay this shit. You goddamn degenerates. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The Condom of Certainty. Wondrous item, rare. While wearing this condom, any pregnancy check you would make fails automatically. The condom is reusable, though it is advised you wash it between uses. There's a 10% chance that a Condom of Certainty is cursed. A cursed Condom of Certainty, instead of any pregnancy check you would make while wearing condom automatically succeed automatically, provided that you are otherwise compatible with your sexual partners. Holy shit. Yeah. Jesus Christ. This shit's gonna make me have a fucking aneurysm. There's a potion of sexuality where when you drink it for 24 hours, you roll a d8 and you get a new sexuality. So if you fuck up, you could accidentally drink this potion and just become gay.
You have become
24
gay.
hours. Like, if you roll an 8, you're just asexual. Like, you're attracted to no one for 24 hours. Or, like, if you roll a 1, you're just super into, like, the opposite sex. Oh my god.
What's
This is hilarious.
what's the point of that?
I don't know! It's just mundane magical items. They're all wondrous. Like, they're not anything in particular. Phallic weapons?
Phallic weapons? What? Saints Row 3 much?
You gain a bonus to attack and damage rolls made with a magic weapon. With this magic weapon, which looks like male genitalia. The size of the bonus is determined by the weapon's rarity. Additionally, the weapon functions as a sex toy. If used during, it grants you a bonus to your satisfaction check. That's wow. So fucked. Holy shit. Sexual magic? What the hell? They made a spell list! It goes all the way to 9th level. Spells go all the way to 9th level.
Jesus.
They made monsters. They literally... Oh no.
Think we can make a break for it?
Maybe.
They made a rape tree. I don't know how else to say that. They made that tree. They made that tree. That's terrible. Yeah, cool. I'm sorry that I had to say the R word on your stream. I
don't care, dude. This channel's fucking done.
That's fair, but regardless, like, holy.
Reached the lower level.
I think the next time, because I'm actually probably gonna stream this whole game.
I'll keep the bridge clear.
Not tonight, not in just tonight, but I mean like as like a series. I'll probably just stream the whole series, or the whole franchise. I mean, on the new channel.
Dude, they made a DC. They made a entire chart that is just the seduction difficulty class for every race that you can seduce. Let's see,
Jesus.
the most difficult of them, the most difficult creature to seduce on this list is an ancient green dragon who has a DC of 34.
Huh.
Actually, it's no, correction. It's the ancient bronze dragon who has a DC of 36. Oh, I'm wrong again. The red dragon, ancient red dragon, has a DC of 38. So yeah, better have a really high fucking persuasion skill, you fucking dullard. Jesus. I also hate that. I really hope I never have to run in that cliche, like, I would like to seduce the dragon. Like, no, please.
Get to the console and close that shutter before they can get through.
Yeah, every party has to have that one dude that's gonna fucking seduce everything.
They have to.
Oh yeah. It's a mandatory part of the game, bro.
There's 2 more shutters. Get them closed fast. They're hitting me hard up here.
That's still fucked. It's still fucked. The thumbnail for it is fucked too.
Is it still the same thing on the thumbnail?
Should I have to check?
On my
I was
stream?
talking about the book.
Oh, you're talking about the book thumbnail?
Yeah, like the document thumbnail is fucked. But let me check your thumbnail real quick. It's just looks like just Vector sitting in front of a door. It keeps changing. Like it doesn't have a consistent.
Well, yeah, I think it's changing because it's live, and I didn't
Right.
set up thumbnail. Oh.
Makes sense. I still loved it when it was the fucking goofy ass Thanos looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Fuck, it's 2 in the morning. Shit, man. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end this stream after I get Garrus here.
Gotcha.
Because this mission's
That was
almost
really.
over.
I still love that. That was really fucking dumb. Like he found that too. He actively fucking looked for it, and I'm so concerned for him. Like, why? Why did you do this? Oh. Gotta love Zach though. He comes with the goofiest fucking shit.
He also comes up with some really fucked up shit that just doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, no.
I'm making another push. I'm taking some fire, but I'm okay so far.
Let me say, this is so nice to play with a controller.
Is it?
Yeah, because the so the PC version has controller support. It just doesn't work.
Great.
And I
That
just
sounds
died.
awesome.
Yeah, you have to mod in controller support, which I did for the first game, and I didn't do for 2 or 3. The first game kind of needs it, because the first game is really clunky. But the second game, the second and third game are actually kind of built with the mouse and keyboard control in mind. And I think I'm actually going to end that in the stream at this death here. But I mean, was that 2 hours? Well, that's pretty good stream time.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
For somebody who doesn't have any viewers, that's a pretty long stream.
Definitely.
I think I'm gonna start dual streaming with Streamlabs to Twitch and YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's actually really smart.
Yeah. Although I need to change my Streamlabs over to the new channel.
Oh shit. I say it should be as easy as you just adding the channel to the Streamlabs.
Well, you sign in with your account. So
right.
I just have to sign in with the new account, and that's it.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple enough. It's not like it's anything. It's not like it's a challenging thing to do. Yeah. Wait, did you not see any of that? Yeah. It's got, Jennifer Lawrence is playing Cruella. Yeah, it looks terrible. Yeah, after they fucked up Beauty and the Beast, I said no more. They gave fucking Tim Burton Dumbo, which, when you hear that on paper, you're like, oh, Tim Burton, the Edward Scissorhand guy, you know, he's like really good at like freaky imagery, yeah. No, that should work. No, it fucking doesn't. And then he skips the hallucinations and completely removes it from the movie. It's like, you fucking... Tim Burton's a fucking hack. I don't think Tim Burton's made a good movie since the 90s. Like, what Batman fucking Returns? It's like the last one he made that was like halfway decent. Beetlejuice is okay. Beetlejuice is actually pretty good. Yeah. I mean, Edward Scissorhands isn't exactly a good movie, but at least it's cool looking, and you know, it's got a really cool set design and like cinematography in it, so that makes up for the shitty acting. Let's see. I don't know. I think the cutoff is like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory just kind of ruined Tim Burton for me. What's up? Yeah, like, I know some people like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake. I think it's horrible, and I thought it was horrible as a kid. I'm sorry, Johnny Depp is not a good replacement for fucking Gene Wilder. I mean, can we at least agree on that note? So, I have this new Bluetooth speaker that's a flashlight. Yeah, I said flashlight. Yeah. So you can connect like your laptop or your phone to it and play like music and videos and take calls on it. And then it's also a flashlight. you look at it, right? And it just looks like a flashlight. Like it doesn't look like a speaker. But then you turn it on and it's a fucking does the bloop fucking connects. I also finally replaced my Raycons. So instead of Raycons, I now have Sound Liberty 79s by Taltronics. And these things are nice, dude. Like, Raycons are super bass heavy, right? So, like, if you like bass, Raycons are pretty good. But if you listen to music that has, like, a lot of mids and treble, that stuff just kind of gets buried, and so all you hear is the brrr in the background of it. These have such a wide sound on them. Like you'll listen to a song, and like you can hear where each instrument is being played in the room. Like you're like, oh, the drums are over in that corner, and the guitars are in that corner, and the vocalist is standing behind me, and like that's how like good that's like how good like the balance is on these, and they adjust. So like if a song is really bass heavy, it amplifies that bass, but if a song doesn't have a whole lot of bass, it subdues the bass, which is really nice. So you aren't just constantly getting a constantly, which is my problem with Raycons. It's just always the but yeah. Ugh. Well, I'm trying to do it with a dry throat, so my throat shouldn't be dry though, because since I started the stream, I've had 3 beers and a 4 Loko. Yeah. No, I'm gonna end this. But yeah, no, I'll probably create a new save file. I might, you know what? Since I have to restart the fucking thing anyways, I might just, you know, because I've had to restart Mass Effect 1 anyways. I'm only through like the first little bit in Mass Effect 1, so I might just do the fucking Legendary Editions for the video. Because this plays the exact same. Yeah. And I could get it done much quicker, much simpler with it all being in one launcher. And I don't have to install all the fucking texture mods and shit, which is nice. Although I'll probably just play the PlayStation version, because the PC, I don't know how well the PC version is gonna run. I haven't opened it yet. Because my PC isn't exactly the best. I mostly bought it in advance for when I get the new PC, because I know it's going to be great on the new PC. Yeah, but thank you to the one person who joined for 10 seconds on the stream. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this.